just saw a group of people standing in line for chicken and ain't nobody bringing up that they need to be voting. I wonder why. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? It's time for a Kingery's TV video. Girl, what's the tea? The girls are not fighting. It's honestly been kind of like a laid-back week. Not that much has been going on. A lot of stuff is going on with me. And I just want to just share some moments with you all in this Kingery's TV video. So if you don't mind, let me speak so you can get the tea. But let me thank you all so much for supporting me. It's the end of August, girl. It's kind of a monthly wrap-up. My birthday month was this month. I had a great time with everybody who came out to the brunch. Shout out to you all. I love y'all. Y'all have been holding it down for me. And I just want to just take a moment and thank you all for supporting. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe now, girl. You know I don't know them to say that because it is what it is. But let's get into the topics of this week. So there's been a lot going on in the makeup realm of YouTube. It's always something going on. And recently this talented creator named Chelsie Worthy. So Chelsie Worthy is a makeup artist slash creator, and she's been doing these videos since 2017. Her like trap style vibe videos. She'll do her makeup and she have these little things popping up and stuff, and she'll have music playing, some trap music or whatever, and she'll like move to it. It's really, really cute. And I think she called it what, trap tutorials. That's what she called it. And I've seen them go viral back in 2017. I think in December 2017 when she first dropped it, and it went viral around January of 2018, and people caught on to it, and people were like, oh my gosh. So recently there's been this video that Patrick Starrr dropped, and he did something similar to it, and people are saying, hey, like, girl, this looks like the traptorials that Chelsie has been doing, so what's the tea? So Chelsie responded, and she posted on Instagram. She posted Patrick Starr's video, and she also posted Monae's, whatever the hell his name is, his video too. Now Monae's stuff looked like a complete copy of it. I think the only thing that he did differently was put Nicki Minaj's song or something in there, and that's what it was. We've not seen no creativity like that before. I've not seen as much as I've been seeing makeup videos and stuff. I don't watch that much. I watch a little bit, but I've never seen anyone do anything like Chelsie does. I've never seen anybody do that. So to see Patrick Starrr and Monae to do that, girl, if I'm saying it right, y'all gonna be dragging me, but I really don't give a damn because these folks ain't really in my lane, no way. So Chelsie just being frustrated, she just voiced her opinion about how she felt about, like, you know, creating stuff, and folks that she looked up to taking what she has done and like benefiting from it. And we all know that black folks are the damn culture. We know black folks are the blueprint, all of that. I just got through watching my girl Just Latasha on YouTube. I love all of her content. Shout out to her. Shout out to her for reaching her 17,000 subscribers on YouTube. I love her content so much. I cannot wait till I get a chance to be able to do some content with her, because sis is extremely talented. So Just Latasha was talking about how often you know, black creators, especially black women, get their stuff stolen, and folks with bigger platforms are able to take it, and it's kind of hard for you to like go against a VH1 or a BET or MTV after they've done some stuff. And she talked about her experience of someone, you know, taking her idea, something that she created, a bigger network took it and just revamped it and did something else. And she talked about how it is, like, I work in the industry, and it's kind of difficult to be able to go against someone like so big. Like, am I ready for this? Like, am I ready? And I talk about this so much when I say that I am not interested in being cool with certain celebrities or celebrities period, because it is hard for me to critique celebrities or whatever and what they're doing and being close to them too. Now we've seen some other folks you know, we're dealing with that situation where they couldn't critique them on reality shows or whatever because they have some close proximity to them, and I did not want to be one of those folks. I just don't. I think my allegiance, my loyalty is to my my audience and you all who watch me and stuff, and I don't want to ever feel like I can't speak on some stuff or I can't call some things out because I'm scared of how I'm going to be in the industry. And I think that's very hard. I feel and I understand, and I think I'm just anti-industry. Like, I'm going to say and do whatever I want to, and I really don't care about how the industry, I'm not trying to get into the industry. I don't mind being associated with some folks and interviewing some folks, but I'm not trying to be close and be in these parties and all that type of stuff. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I've seen it come and destroy so many folks, and I'm just not interested in it. So back to Chelsie, because I don't want to be Tyra Banks, but Chelsie since then has deleted the Instagram posts, she deleted the tweets and stuff. I could just understand how frustrated she is. And honestly, when I saw Patrick Starrr stuff, I got Traptorial vibes from it. I got Traptorial vibes from it, and a lot of other people did. Like, he probably changed some stuff up and did whatever, but it was still the same thing. And so often black creators have to push themselves with a little bit of budget that they have to be able to create stuff. You've seen folks do whole shows, movies, short films and stuff with an iPhone camera. As much as we be clowning folks, like especially like how we clown Chasing Atlanta in the beginning when they were just recording off iPhones, and all these other black reality style type of shows or whatever, they are doing the most. Like, folks are doing stuff and working like 9 to 5s. They are trying to make it work. And it's just when people like these folks see this stuff, these folks, MTV, VH1, Viacom, all of their conglomerates or whatever, they see these things and they go and say, okay girl, we got the budget. We don't have to come up with a team to come up. We can just take this. And it just is what it is. I will tell you specifically, I did the taste testing of the Popeye chicken sandwich and everybody else chicken sandwich. I can't tell you how many videos I've seen where people did the same thing. They did the blindfold, they did everything. I'm like, girl. But it's kind of hard to say that they did not come up with that themselves. But I'm just like, girl, I was the first person to put that video out, and the Popeye's chicken craze was going on for a minute. It was going on for a minute. I honestly thought I was late to the party. So I felt for Chelsie worthy, but the situation got worse. Jackie Aina commented on the post, and she said she did not get Traptorial vibes from it, and she kind of just reached out and said, I'm sorry, I just, Patrick Starrr was, doing a review on my makeup, and I just retweeted, I'm sorry if this hurted you or whatever. And some people came out and said that Jackie was trying to save face, and that Jackie was, trying to protect her bag and whatever. So Jackie just felt like, all this stuff that was saying negative about her, she deactivated her Twitter, and she posted a couple of things on Instagram, and some of the things on Instagram, like, I can understand Jackie's frustration. I can definitely understand the frustration. I think sometimes we get frustrated. We have to take a moment to say, you know what, let me just sit down. Let me just sit down and get my thoughts together before I say something that might be perceived in the wrong way. Now, some of the stuff I saw that Jackie posted, it did make me a little bit uncomfortable. And I love Jackie, and there's no disrespect to Jackie at all, but when I saw it, I was like, I don't know if that's the right term to use to say ungrateful. That's just not the right term. And I have to reinforce, because I know how this be looked at and folks be like, oh, because I like Jackie. I've always enjoyed her content, but when she used the word ungrateful, I'm just like, that's not the word I would use, because anytime I have her speaking on things that are going on and affecting black and brown folks, I'm not speaking on it because I want attention from it, or I want people to, uplift me and clap for me doing it. I'm doing it because I care. I do it because I care so much, and I think that people need to understand that there should not be any benefit that comes from that. You care about black and brown folks being liberated. That's what you care about. It should not come with something, because a lot of time when we speak up for black and brown folks, child, like I need to do a video talking about that a little bit more in detail, because people seem to think that some black creators are making, black folks who do YouTube videos and stuff are making a lot of money. That's not true at all, girl. We are not making that much money compared to our white counterparts. And that gets into the whole conversation. And one of my friends, Angry Black Homo, wrote a whole blog piece about supporting black creators, and I'm going to do a video about it because I'm feeling moved and I'm feeling really cute today. So with that being said, Chelsie, I think she just, I think she was just, hurt. I can understand her being hurt. And sis wasn't doing any videos for a minute, and I can understand you created some style that's sickening, and you're not able to go into these spaces that all these other white folks are in, all these other white makeup artists are in, and that's such a correlation between those black makeup artists and those black big YouTubers who are oftentimes anti-black, and how they're able to navigate these white spaces and be successful. And girl, y'all got to look at it now. It's still looking kind of crazy that every one of their ass at the top don't really got some self, hatred issues they dealing with. And girl, some of us be thinking, oh, they successful, yeah, because they done damn near sold their soul. But do what you do to secure your bag. Do what you got to do, but I just won't be doing any of that. So I hope Chelsie doesn't stop creating content. I hope that she continues to create content. I hope that she keeps focusing on the content and doing what she got to do. And don't let these folks get you down. I definitely understand how it is, sis, and I want you to know that black folks love you and we support you and we want you to continue to create this shit. Do not get discouraged. Please do not get discouraged. I know it is hard, but girl, you got something that they will never have. And that's the ability to be able to create stuff like this over and over again, okay? And not just be no one trick pony. So sis, keep your head up. I know it's a lot, girl, but do what you gotta do. Let's send some love to her. Y'all check out her channel and send her some love because she needs it right now. So moving on, girl, I want to talk about really quick, your girl, my family stuff. I know this ain't the type of stuff I normally do, but my mother just took my cousin up to Virginia. Girl, I don't even know where the hell they went, girl. I don't even know where the hell she at. I don't even know what school my cousin go to, girl. But I don't want to give too much information about my cousin because I feel like that's too much. So I ain't gonna give too many details. So my cousin just recently went off to college. And you know the story with my mother. My mother and my father are raising my aunt's kids who was murdered back in 2010 while I was overseas in Kuwait and Iraq. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, you heard the story before, but I know some people are kind of new to the channel and they don't understand. So my mother and father have been raising you know, my aunt's kids for like since 2010 for like what, 9 years now. It's been a while. And the oldest one out of the 4 is now headed off to college, and now my mama is in distress and stuff because like one of the birds have, you know, left the coop, and I'm just trying to be their support. That's why this week has been kind of draining because my brother going through it, my brother dealing with some stuff, and my mama dealing with some stuff, and it's just like I'm seeing everybody go off to school and college. I'm trying to reinforce to my mama that, you know, my cousin isn't being mean to her. She just is ready to explore her own. Like she's ready to do, and I as bad as I don't want to say it, I think my mother's very, very, very religious, and I can understand how stressful it is growing in a very religious home. And my mama is just very, very old school, and it's just like, girl, I need a break. My cousin's been raising, you know, her sisters and brothers for all her life. Like, sis is ready to enjoy her life, and I think she's going to, you know, experience life, and she's gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have sat my ass at home. Because we all do that. We all do that. I was so ready to leave. And now these bills out here stressing me out. They got me in distress. So tell me, how did y'all feel when y'all left y'all parents' home, when you went off to college and stuff, or how your kids left and went off to college? How did that make you feel? I want to hear those stories. I want to talk about them. So let me know what's going on. So girl, let's talk about this KFC story. There's a couple of things that are going on. I was like, okay, girl, what is going on? So KFC recently just dropped some meatless chicken. From Impossible Meats. If you know them, Impossible has the Impossible Burger, where it's plant-based. I actually have some in the refrigerator. I cooked some the other day, and they were really, really good. They were really, really great. I bought some frozen from Kroger, but I suggest that you leave them unthaw for about 30-45 minutes before you cook, because I cook them frozen, but they were still fine. They don't smell all that good, girl. Maybe because I'm used to the meat smell, but they don't smell all that good. But they taste delicious. I put some Heinz 57 sauce on it, because when I used to make my burger meat, I used to use Heinz 57 and some Lipton onion seasoning, the powder stuff, and put it in there and some salt and pepper, girl. It'd be fine, it'd be juicy. Juicy! Yes! So girl, you know, let me know how y'all cook y'all burgers, what y'all do, but that meat is pretty good. But I don't know how it is with chicken. I don't know KFC and they meatless chicken. It's sold out. I think they opened one up in somewhere in Georgia in specific. I think it was somewhere outside of Atlanta or whatever. And the line was so long. You saw a lot of white people standing in line at KFC getting this chicken. But what was so funny to me is that you didn't see so much conversation about these white folks needing to be in line to vote or trying to fix the rainforest, the Amazon, what's going on. None of that stuff. I mean, to end white supremacy. You didn't hear any of those conversations. And I think that's because of anti-blackness, how we see black folks. We read black folks as lazy, we read black folks as ungrateful and all of that. And it's just like, we have got to stop doing that. We have got to stop allowing that to happen. And I think that's what's going on. And it annoyed me. It annoyed me because folks can't let black folks enjoy things at all. And it's just so irritating. So I got a whole video for that's dropping, girl. You probably already seen it. I dragged the hell out of it, girl, because I was extremely upset. So moving on to Janelle Monáe, because Janelle Monáe has something to say about that too, girl. She posted on Twitter earlier this week that maybe we should put a voting booth or something around the Popeye so black folks can be out here voting or whatever. Folks can vote. She's since released an apology. I've already talked about that. But Janelle Monáe was one of those folks, and I just love how when people were correcting her and getting her together and dragging her, whatever, sis came back and said, you know what, I receive what y'all saying. I understand voter suppression, all of that. So what I said was ignorant. I love how she, like, that's what's supposed to happen. It's not supposed to be, well, now y'all just mad. Y'all just mad because I'm out here living my best life. No, girl, we know you out here living your best life. We know that. But girl, you still wrong. Like, you can be rich and wrong. 9 times out of 10, you probably rich and wrong. And I don't understand how people seem to think that everybody who does right in the world are going to get riches and wealth and all that. It's just simply not true. That's not true. You got folks out here making sacrifices for their family. My mother and father have made a big sacrifice. And nobody has came to them and brought them a big $200,000 house to support all these kids. No folks have done anything. Like, you've gotten some stuff in the community where people have supported them, but it's not that. I think that we think that some reward is going to come from this all the time, and it's often not in the system that is currently in place now. No, sis, it's just not gonna work like that. So Janelle Monáe, I applaud her for coming out and just speaking her truth and saying, you know what, this shit was ignorant. But it was just interesting seeing the correlation, how people were treated. When you saw folks standing in line for the KFC meatless chicken, they weren't dragged like that. Nobody dragged them. The same thing when you see folks standing in line for new Apple phones and new PlayStations and Xboxes and stuff. Like, it doesn't get dragged. It's only when black folks are out here doing some stuff is when an issue. So girl, talk about it. A couple more things I want to talk about is this Wendy Williams interview on Hollywood Unlocked. Let me tell you something. Wendy Williams spent the hell out of that interview with Jason Lee. Girl, let me tell you something. She ain't answered barely any questions. And I really don't kind of blame her. But the interview was kind of, it made me feel some type of way, especially towards the end when she said she gets home, she turned the key in and nobody's home. She talked about, you can tell that she's dealing with the divorce with Kevin and all that. Like, Kevin had built a whole nother family. And little Kevin, her son, is off to college. Like, he's doing his thing and stuff. And she's just like by herself. So I think for people to say that, oh, Wendy Williams is living her best life. She out here partying and getting her life. And she's out here drunk and stuff and that sometimes that is just folks saving face. So often folks use moments like that to make it seem like nothing is going on. And I think that she's out here, trying to find something, trying to find some substance in something. And it's like, it ain't it. And I feel like she's going through withdrawal. And it's not on drugs, it's just off of relationships and stuff. I think that's what she's going through. Like, she is, and I don't see how folks don't see that. And folks, oh, she's having a hot girl summer and I was like, no, girl, sis, she needs to get into some therapy. Like, she needs to talk to somebody. She needs some people to come support her. Not folks to be up in the club twerking and all that, because that stuff is only temporary. That stuff only makes you feel good for a moment. It's another thing when you get in the house and you by yourself and girl, like, something happens to you and don't nobody know what's going on. Like, girl, child, that's some tea. But y'all tell me what y'all thought about the Hollywood Unlocked interview with Jason Lee. I ain't know how to feel about it. I think the interview was, I think Jason Lee did do a good job entertaining, even though Wendy Williams was dodging all of the questions and stuff. The other guy on the side, child, he barely got any words. He must be some kin to Angela Yee, because I ain't heard him say nothing. But Melissa Ford, girl, she was talking. It was a pretty decent interview. I'm not gonna say they did a bad job. It was just that Wendy Williams was just like, girl, I ain't talking. She was sporadic as hell. So, girl, get her some sleep. She need a hot sleep summer. End of this video, girl, I want to talk about this TV anchor, or this white woman TV anchor. I can't even remember. I don't even know where it was at. Sis literally compared her co-host to a gorilla. There was a segment about a new gorilla, I think, being born or something, and the gorilla was all in the camera, and as it went off, the woman said, oh, it kind of looks like you. And girl, the next day, they ate her ass up online, girl. They ate sis up so bad. So the next day, sis came out and she apologized with the guy sitting right next to her. She had her hand on him and she was crying. She was like, I just didn't want to. And the black guy was like, she's my friend and we talk outside of here and I know she didn't mean that. That moment lets you know how white people experience things. Like, she didn't think that was like crazy. Like, girl, you really, like, what is not clicking for you to think that was okay to say? And it seems like they be so moved to not be called racist. Like, I'm not a racist, but girl, you just literally compared a black person to a gorilla. And I think that y'all, here's the real tea. Let me scoot up. Racism is so much in y'all ingrained in white folks' DNA that they think it is a way of life. They think this is how things are supposed to be, and they are so disconnected They have no idea. So when things like this happen, it's just like, no, they can't believe that they said something and something came out their mouth, because y'all don't see it. Y'all don't get to walk in our shoes to experience any of these things. So y'all think nothing is wrong for you to say something like that, even though that shit was crazy. It was crazy for you to say something like that. But they just don't get it. They don't get it. But that was a mess. I'm glad that she did apologize, but I was not here for her crying. I was not here for her keeping her hands on that man. Girl, leave that man alone. Don't touch him. Apologize for what you got to say. Cry, share some tears, make people feel bad for you being called racist versus being called out on that shit that you did, because it was garbage. But that's all I got to say, girl. This has been a cute Kingarista video. I thought it was going to be like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, but y'all know how I get when I get to talking. Make sure that you are subscribing to Kingarees. Make sure that you are signing up to be a channel member if you are interested in that. Got new perks coming up for September as I change and upgrade and innovate some things. I love you all so much. And until next time, I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye. Talented creator named Chelsie Worthy has came out and responded to some of the stuff that she feels like folks are taking her creativity. She feels like folks are taking her trapaholics, bitch, I said trapaholics,